Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Secrets of Strixhaven Draft here on the channel. Let's dive in and see what we are working with. Our rare is pretty good. It is Sky Coach Conductor, 3 mana, 2/3, flash, flying, vigilance. It enters prepared, and you can exile a non-pilot creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with its all aboard. So you can sometimes use this as a protection spell, sometimes use it as a way to reset a good enters effect, so it's a very good card. There is also a Elite Interceptor, which is a fantastic common in this pack. I think probably better than the Sky Coach Conductor, strange as that may seem. There is Pestbrood Sloth, which is another fantastic card, which debatably better than Elite Interceptor, so that's also interesting. And then there's Potioner's Trove, which is a really good colorless card that enables a lot of shenanigans. I think the main pick, honestly, is between those four cards. I'm going to eliminate the Potioner's Trove because I think it's a little bit weaker. Elite Interceptor is good, but I think that the Pestbrood Sloth is just the best card in this pack. Very, very strong, helps you stabilize, and I think it's just better than Sky Coach Conductor. This card's good, though, don't get me wrong, but I think that it was between those two cards, and I think the Pestbrood Sloth is slightly better. And it works out perfectly. We get to follow it up with Essence Knit Scholar. Really good card for the black-green kind of Witherbloom deck that you're trying to be a little bit more aggressive. Witherbloom is a bit of a weaker archetype in this format, but it is still something worth drafting, especially if you're getting past cards like Essence Knit Scholar. Especially because the rare is still in the pack. In theory, there could have been multiple rares. I think I'm going to take the Essence Knit Scholar here. I think it's enough better than Last Gasp that's worthwhile. There is also Silver Quill Charm. So if I had started with the white card, I think I would follow it up with the Silver Quill Charm. It's kind of funny because if I'd started with the blue card, blue-green, there wouldn't be a good card. Blue-red, there wouldn't be a great card. So it kind of worked out on that front. Starting with Elite Interceptor into Silver Quill Charm would also be pretty good. I do like Silver Quill a lot, but I've been wanting to get more experience with this. And so while I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm definitely playing black-green now, both of these cards are very good in black-green. There's also a Grapple with Death, and I think this could be a good direction to try. Pack 3. So there's a few cards here, and it's kind of interesting, the logic on the pick. There is an Old Growth Educator, which I don't think is a particularly great card. It's kind of hard to enable. It's pretty powerful if you can enable it as a 4-mana 6/6, but that doesn't always work out. Go very well, and so I don't love prioritizing it. I still might take it out of this pack. Pest Mascot can also be good. I feel like you need to be getting this card later to indicate that your deck is open before you really want to start going for it, and it can be a good card though. I think here there is also a great Hall of the Biblioplex, which I love. You can use this as just a land that turns into a creature late, and that's just a pretty good card. Comparing it to the Old Growth Educator, I like it a lot more as a pick because it leaves me a little bit more flexible, which is just certainly worth noting. There isn't anything crazy in this pack I'm giving up to take the Biblioplex Quick Study. These black-green cards aren't like crazy good or anything like that. So I think the Biblioplex is nice, and it can lead to some cool situations where it helps you splash a white card or something of that nature. Okay, here we see a Witherbloom Charm, which is a card that I do want to get some more experience with as well. I think it's a good card. And I mean, we are seeing a lot of Witherbloom cards. So this can be a kill spell. It can be a way to get some card flowing. You don't get card advantage because you have to sack a permanent, but if you sack a pest token, that's pretty decent. And then there's nothing else really for me here. There's a Quick Study. There's a Sneering Shade Rider, Rafflon, but I think we're pretty happy with this as a card to take. And now we get a Dissection Practice. Really nice card. Gains us some life, makes them lose life. Good combat trick. We are seeing some white cards here that are pretty good. Group Project, Stone Docent, but I think if we can make the black-green deck work, we might as well try it, and it looks like we've got a really good lane for it right now. We've got a few good cards. The Biblioplex pick, I don't regret at all. I think the 4/4 is just decent. It's like easy to deal with a lot of the time and doesn't provide any value, and having lands that turn into creatures permanently is pretty good. And black-green definitely does have the tools to splash sometimes, so I feel like that's a pretty good pick for us. Okay. Now we see pick 6 Molten Note. Kind of crazy to see that in the pack. I think we're just going to take another Dissection Practice, though. Black-green does want to be an aggro deck, generally speaking, and Dissection Practice is just a nice card for an aggro deck. A good combat trick, can get some value if you're killing an X1, which is like another fancy way of saying like a 3/1 or a 2/1. Shopkeeper's Bane, also decent. We have not a ton of creatures. I'm still at the point in the draft where I'm just taking the most powerful cards, and I think Dissection Practice is the better card. Molten Note coming around, bit of a Yikes, because that's a really strong card, but we can't splash it, so we're not going to even worry about it. Now here we can take a Forum of Amity combined with Biblioplex. If we do see a strong black-white card, we could splash it. Not going to miss out on a Hungry Graphalon. There are some blue cards in this pack. There's a Dig Site Inventory. Overall, not a ton of cards for us, but this is just kind of a weak pack overall. Getting a Bogwater Loomer at pick 8, though, is great. Definitely something I'm happy to see. I am hoping not to splash, but Bogwater Loomer is really strong. Great 2-drop for my deck. I do want more creatures because I only have 2 so far. We'll have to see how the pack looks once we start wheeling things. I like getting an Eternal Student. Blake plays well with, like, I don't know. I've got this thing that can sacrifice things. Just, like, decent value card. I can sack it to the Witherbloom Charm, maybe. We'll play it. And we see what wheels. We did not wheel... No, Pest Mascot would have been pick 3. So I guess we'll take Monstrous Rage. We aren't going to play it, though. Maybe we just take Banishing Betrayal because it makes it less likely the person ends up in Simic near us. Okay, so we didn't wheel Pest Mascot or... Oh, yeah, we didn't wheel Pest Mascot. I guess we'll take the Efflorescence. I don't love it, though. It's just way worse than Dissection Practice. So we are ending up in this spot where we're definitely going to be fighting for Witherbloom, which is kind of never where you really want to be with this deck, I'll be honest. It is kind of one of the downsides of this deck is that random players that have only drafted the set like once really like drafting Witherbloom because they just like black-green value cards. That's like the just kind of a prevailing theory. If you look like research which cards get taken highly, the black-green cards get taken pretty highly. Again, there's an Old Growth Educator. There is a Bogwater Loomerette. I don't predict either of these will wheel. I mean, maybe we got this one pick 8, so maybe we can get this one back. Someone else took the Educator last time. But Grave Researcher is just a great value play. Even though we are trying to be more of an aggro deck and we still need to pick up our 2-drops and stuff, we're happy getting a Grave Researcher. Gives us a nice little bit of just value, some inevitability, maybe even if they don't kill it. Other than that, I would take the Loomerette over the Old Growth Educator, and then I would maybe take Educator third. I also wouldn't mind necessarily playing like one copy of the Shade Rider. Okay, getting a black-green land would be great for us. There is, however, also a Wander Off. So we'll probably just take that, get ourselves the kill spell. I would love the land. The lands are super good. They help you cast your multicolored cards. Essence Knit Scholar does make Great Hall of the Biblioplex a little bit worse. Maybe I'm not supposed to, like, take Biblioplex even when I have the Scholar. But, like, it's still a great card. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to see how that plays out in practice. I think I'm just going to take Wander Off, though. Now we can get the dual land. Oh, there is Applied Geometry here. That's a really strong card. Yeah, I'm just going to take this. I can splash blue. Blue is one of the colors that black-green can splash the easiest. Great Hall of the Biblioplex gives me one source already. I don't think I'm going to wheel any Titan's Graves, but like I could just randomly get a blue-green land, like a Forum of Amity later, and that could help me with this as well. This card's just very strong. And I'm taking it over a land, which is a good card for me, but... And now we have some decisions to make. There's Sky Coach. Or there's Snarl Song. Sky Coach is really good. Helps me splash the Applied Geometry I already have. And I do have a couple things to make the Snarl Song good. I'm just going to take the Sky Coach, though. Give myself a good 3-drop that helps me splash the card I already have that's really good. And it's just going to be a nice value card for my deck that's trying to be a bit more aggressive. Snarl Song is great, though. And it works well with the Great Hall. Yeah, we'll take the Sky Coach, though. Perfect. We get a Thornfist Striker. I wouldn't mind a Newt, but the Striker is just kind of what I'm looking for. These kind of aggressively slanted creature. My curve is still not where I want it to be, but Applied Geometry is really good with some of these cards, and this is really good with the Sky Coach as well. Like, you curve it in. I think it keeps flying and stuff. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. I don't really like Follow the Loomerets. I guess I'll just take the Paradox Sky. It's not a great pack for me. This pack is just showing that... Blue-green's wide open. Leech Collector's a good card for me too, maybe. I really need to get 2-drops too, so it's kind of like, I don't want to play Paradoxer. I'm going to cut that. I really want to take this land, though, to help this applied geometry. Then I have 1 blue source, 2 blue sources, 3 blue sources, plus an island is 4 blue sources for 1 card. I'm going to take the Leech Collector, though. I'm hoping to get a land later. Leech Collector seems like a solid 2-drop, and I just really need 2-drops for my deck right now. I only had 1 good one. I guess I'll take one of these cards. I'll just take the land. I'm not going to play any of those. We wheeled Stargaze. Okay, not happy about that one. We're also wheeling crazy good cards for other decks. A Braid still in the pack. We'll take the Mage Tower Referee just in case we need 2-drops, but it's really bad, so we're hoping not to play it. Oh, man. This is the downside of playing black-green, is you just, if it's not open, you just get kind of clobbered a little bit. We only have 14 cards, and one of them's a land going into pack 3. That's not really where we want to be. But there's still hope, of course. There is still hope. This card seems really good in my deck, honestly. I just need to make sure pack 3 goes well, which I don't have the most control over, but we have a couple powerful cards. Our splash is looking pretty decent. We still have, we play 1 island. We have 1, 2 for this, 3 for this. Sure, we'll take this land. This will solidify our splash to some degree. I don't think Arnin's particularly great. I mean, there are great cards in this pack. This card's pretty great, but not for our deck. This card's pretty great. Let's just see how it works, though. Pest Mascot versus Old Growth Educator. I think Pest Mascot's going to be a bit better. We have quite a few ways to gain life. Having to play this exact turn is tougher. Just slam the Mascot. Get another 2-drop for the deck. I don't think Withering Curse is exactly what we're looking for. I think we'd rather get like a Teacher's Pest. Consistent source of life gain. Plays decently with the Essence Knit Scholar. Plays well with Thornfist Striker. There is another Pest Mascot, but we already have 4 2-drop, 5 3-drops we can play kind of proactively. Getting a third 2-drop is good. And man, it's so tough because I do want to get this land to help this applied geometry splash because that's like one of my best cards. I might just need the Poet though. I have a lot of things that target. I need a 4th 2-drop for sure. I only have a few more picks to see more. And blue-green was pretty open, so maybe I'll even get that thing back. I mean, I think from this direction, black-green was a really good spot to be in, or at least a decent spot to be in. I mean, 5th pick Ambitious Augmenter is insane. My cards are kind of flowing here. And I get a Cost of Brilliance now. That's a pretty good addition. I'm feeling good about this Melancholic Poet pickup. I might just cut the applied geometry, to be honest. My mana's not the best for it. And then we get a Bogwater Lumerette. I mean, pick 7. I mean, from this, it's weird because I feel like somebody else moved into black-green when maybe they shouldn't have because I'm getting like all these great cards for the deck. Unfortunately, we can't take the Titan's Grave. I think we just need the black-green dual guy. We need another 2-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-drops now. Kind of the minimum I'd want. I don't really like this Unla Alley Shopkeep, but we'll maybe try it. We'll see. Could be an experiment. We wheel Molten Note is just insane, though. So this is 22 cards, 19 cards in our main 2 colors. The splash is probably going to happen. We could play the Mage Tower Referee because we do have a decent number of multicolored cards. If this is a 2-mana 3/2, it's okay. I think Applied Geometry is still worth playing. We play 1 island. We have 1, 2, 3, plus our Great Hall. So we have 4 sources of blue for 1 card. It's pretty good. It makes it harder to cast our Bogwater Lumerettes if we play an island. Makes it harder to cast our Essence Knit Scholars. But if we cast this on turn 4, it's not the end of the world. Guess we'll take Follow the Lumerets. Not great. Sure, one Tenured Concoctor at the top end could be fine. We needed like one more playable anyway. I really don't want to play Stargaze. It's just so off-plan for the deck. I'd probably rather play Mage Tower Referee just to get another early play. My creature count is at 15. Yeah, Efflorescence is not good, but I guess I could try it. Embrace the Paradox. Yeah, that's more for a value deck. I'm trying to play more aggro. Okay. I didn't wheel any of the lands that I needed. I only saw lands like in the first rotation. There was somebody probably playing either black-green splash a bunch of stuff, or I don't even know how this wheels. That doesn't make any sense to me. We'll see if we can make it work, though. Maybe we'll try one Efflorescence. I certainly don't want to play the Stargaze. I'm not trying to splash more than one blue card. I could play Follow the Lumerets. Like, we have a decent number of ways to enable it. Creatures and/or lands. We have a good number of creatures. I'm just going to try one Efflorescence. I think it's a bad card, but I think it's going to be an interesting one to experiment with. So we'll try it like that. My colors are pretty decent. I have my splash card, which is pretty powerful. And we're just going to see if we can make it work. Anyway, as we get ready for round one, I do want to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you're enjoying my videos and you'd like to support my mission to make draft more accessible for people of all skill levels, Patreon is the place to go. And special shout out to those who support at the credits level. It makes a tremendous difference. And then patrons do gain access to cool bonuses like my card by card tier list and format document. I think I might have mentioned that, but anyway. Okay, round one. We have Ulna Alley Shopkeep, so we are definitely fully in the experimental mode. That card is not great, generally speaking. Do we play Lumerate on turn 2, or do we play Teacher's Pest? Well, this card's really good with the Teacher's Pest. If we play this, we can play this next turn. That's like the dream start. So I think we'll do that. We have kind of a couple combos here. Shopkeep plus Teacher's Pest is also a decent combo. Oh, they're missing a land drop. Here we go. Don't mind if I do. Like, you can see the power level. We have some powerful things going on here. This can't block. Okay, play land. Remember, we want to play our creatures pre-combat here. We want to save this guy. Because we can maybe double spell with him in the future. I mean, we're going to kill them very quickly here. Noxious Newt. Okay. Well, that's a great card. We'll give this thing -1/-1 so the Death Touch won't kill anything. They lose a life. Give this +1/+1, give this -1/-1. Oh, they're almost just dead. Oh, they're almost just finished off. Bang! Got the win. Oh, that's kind of what Black-Green wants to do. That aggressive, just violent start. They got a stumble, though, so it's not the most impressive victory I've ever had, that's for sure. But still, on the board. Never complain about a victory. Just focus on what you can do. I think I played that game pretty well. You have to make sure that you leverage your cards properly. We have 3 combat tricks. We don't have the most removal spells. I wish I had a black-green dual land. I really, really do. But I think we kind of took the cards we needed to take. Like, we barely made playables, so if we'd taken a couple lands, it wouldn't have worked out as well, I don't think. Okay, we'll keep this. This can go get us a forest to save the hand. This is one of the benefits of playing this sort of card. Okay, forest. Bang. Teacher's Pest. This guy can't get through this guy anyway. Strife Knight, sure. That's a great draw. And then when we play the Pest Brood Sloth, it's going to go even better. Nice little combo, the Thorn Fist Striker. You want to build your black-green decks as an aggro deck. Hopefully I can beat the Steamer deck, because Steamer is usually slower. That's why I'm not that worried about them aggressively pushing. Like, if they keep attacking with this, I'm probably pretty happy. Next turn I play this. Just kind of completely stabilizes me against any aggression they're going for. Then I can play this into this. I don't want to go for my Efflorescence into open mana. That's like a general rule. These expensive ones, this is one of the reasons this isn't a good card, is because when they have open mana, it just is so miserable. But next turn, I can do some stuff. Okay, run behind. I'll keep that on top. It's one of my better cards. Like, I'm glad I didn't have to go for Efflorescence into that run behind. That would be bad. They're going to play mana for a creature here, yep. Some people wondering why I didn't play the Poet. If I play the Poet, they know I have something there. It would have drained them for an extra 1, but I was hoping if they didn't block, I was just going to play the Sloth. Tidal Mage, sure. They are filtering through their deck at a rapid rate. They are able to ditch extra lands, but one of my lands is turning into a creature here, which is nice. Unfortunately, I need to draw one more spell this game. I'm a little bit like action light. And meanwhile, they've gotten rid of 2 extra lands, so. Okay. Even +1/+1, -1/-1 would be pretty good here. Ooh, that's not good. Stock up is formidable. Formidable. Okay. I can definitely attack with the Pest because I can just bring it back. I think trading this off for a Charging Strife Knight would be good. Trading it off for a Hydro Channeler and a Sky Coach wouldn't be the best. This guy needs to stick around. Okay, I can bring this back at any time and turn. Them getting a 4/4 into play is really annoying, because it makes it so that I can't attack in with my Melancholic Poet, which I would be happy to trade for things. This is not going to go well for me. When you play against the Teamer deck and it gets to this stage of the game, you are in trouble. I've drawn about 2 more lands than I could afford to draw in this game. Okay, yeah, this game's going to end in a hurry. At least it's going to be a quick, merciful finish. They just play another creature that's like a 3/3 and the game is just over. I've added a couple creatures to the board. Big draw. Not the end of the world. Not the worst thing I could have drawn. Still not good, though. This is me hoping they just assume I have something in my hand, pretty much. If they just block normal blocks, I'm in real bad shape. But it really doesn't get better for me. If they play one big creature, then just one removal spell won't even save me. Okay, so they don't want to block with that guy. That makes sense. Perfect. Wow, that's actually huge for me. Okay, next to damage. So I can deal 4 to that guy. Yeah. And I think I'd rather kill their... I guess Sky Coach isn't the biggest deal because it's only not even a blocker. So I kill their Tide Mage and their Channel, and then they have 2 creatures in play. I mean, I do hit them pretty low here. Like, I'm basically trying to make my Menace guy as annoying as possible to deal with. Because, like, they only have 2 blockers right now. Like, imagine they just have 3 blanks in their hand or something. Okay, they kill that, sure. They get rid of Essence Scatter, sure. They wanted to keep their last card because they could have used Strife Knight. Okay, that's a great draw. They don't have a creature to play, or they would have played it with the Archaic. Okay, they do have an Essence Scatter. That's annoying. So if I attack with the Loomerat, they go block Loomerat, crew this up, chump block here, take 1. Yeah, let's just go like this. This is why I killed the 1/3, because now they don't have a good double block on that. They would have to lose the Archaic if they block the Pestbrood Sloth. I mean, turning my land into a creature is one of the only reasons I'm in this game at all. Yeah, maybe I should have attacked with the Loomerat. Definitely kill the creature. I get 2 more 1/1s. I mean, I have some ability to do some damage. Okay, they kept it on top, so that's not a great sign. So they get a 2/2. They get a land. I think their last card is worthwhile, or they would have kept it. Ooh. Good block by them. They didn't like try to crew up the Sky Coach. If I did try to kill that guy in response, they would have crewed up their guy, and then this would have been a trade. I just want to get them to 1 so that I have 2 guaranteed outs. Because then I have my 2 cards that drain for 1. Can't cast that, unfortunately. Okay, so now they're at 1. Now we wait. We aren't going to be able to ever cast this, sadly. We have 2 outs and 22 cards. That gives me about a 10% chance every draw step. My life total is pretty high. They can't really, like, attack me for a bit. So maybe I have 4 draw steps, and each draw step is 10% chance. It's not the end of the world. Definitely not the end of the world. You want to play to your outs. Yeah, that's not good, though. That's a huge creature. And it gets rid of my menace guy. Oh my gosh, what a rip by them. Honestly, devastation. So we have one more turn, right? 6, 9, 11. They made a 6, 6, and yeah, okay. So we only had 2 draw steps instead of like 4 because they had this guy. I think we played it okay, though. Got him to 1, so we actually gave ourselves a chance. Big draw. Yes! Target them. I do want to target them. And we'll give your creature a counter. Bang! Let's go. So we had 3 outs. Oh my gosh. Feels so good to play well and get rewarded. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Huge. Do we have any other outs that I didn't think of? Because that one I forgot about for sure. What else do we have? I mean, we had Cost of Brilliance, 2 dissection practices. Leech Collector wouldn't get the job done once we lost our Teacher's Pest, which I didn't expect to lose. I thought that would be like a 4th out. Oh man, and then this was like a redraw kind of deal. Wow, what a finish. What an absolute beautiful finish. Awesome stuff. Let's go. I mean, 3 outs with 2 draw steps and 22 cards. It's like 1 in 7 each time. And then you have 2 draws at it, so it's like 1 in 7. It's not like additive when you do the math, but it's still pretty good. We are getting punished for our lack of green, but we are still going to keep this hand. And we will hope for the best. I mean, we can still play the Poet, which is the reason we're keeping this. If we do draw green, we're happy. Okay, play our Poet. Okay, we're playing against Jeskai, sure. And that's going to go pretty well for us. Draw 2, target our guy, counter on him. Okay, if we don't draw any land, it's going to be grim. But Applied Geometry, copying Poet would be pretty nice. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Can you teach me? The Olna Alley shop keep looking okay. This is why you try not to splash in these decks a lot of the time. Like if we hit a land here, we are cooking. We do not hit a land at all. So we're just on shopkeep, attack for 3. Gosh darn it. That's so brutal. We kept a 3-lander, drew a couple extra cards, haven't hit our 4th land. That's a recipe for not winning games. Even not a forest, like even any land would have been really good there. Okay, so we get our forest now, which is nice. Okay, so I think we're still really far behind because we missed our land drop for like 10 turns, and then when we did find the land, it wasn't the one we wanted. But Applied Geometry onto the Sky Coach is a pretty good play coming up here. Okay, and this guy's got Menace. That's pretty good. It does have Reach as well. Let's make a 6/6 Menace guy. How does that sound? That also can get buffed. Yeah, I just shouldn't have crewed it up. It didn't really do anything. This Leech Collector could be sweet, though. Leech Collector, Bogwater Lumerate, use its Bloodletting spell. Oh, that's great for us. Pretty good. Bang! Got the win. Ulna Alley. The bottom of the barrel that we hath scraped. That's maybe... I don't know. I mean, millions of games probably get played, but that might be the first time Applied Geometry has ever copied Ulna Alley Shopkeep in the history of Magic the Gathering. That might be the only time, and it might be the only time you ever witness that Ulna Alley Shopkeep gets copied by Applied Geometry. Because Menace, because they played the giant reach creature, Menace just was more relevant. Oh my gosh. And getting the +2/+0 even, like, because the copy gets the stats. Like, that was wild. We missed our green source. I mean, we just have some solid cards in our deck. We've got this aggressive game plan. Man, that second game that we won, oh, mwah, chef's kiss. I thought we only had 2 outs, but we had a 3rd out. Oh my gosh, what a glorious victory that one was. But that round was also a nice win. I mean, they were just pretty much dead. They didn't have another blocker. The Menace was huge. Even if the spell had resolved, they were going to take 6 damage the following turn. And then, like, I still would have my Bloodletter still. But that was pretty glorious. Okay. Yikes. Can I keep this? I need to draw 1 land to play Grave Researcher. I think that's good enough. If I draw exactly Forest, this hand becomes great. But going Grave Researcher gives me a lot of options. Going Grave Researcher into Eternal Student gives me some time to find a forest. I have 9 green sources, basically, with the 8 forests and the 1 Terramorphic Expanse. I mean, it could definitely backfire for sure. Or it could just go perfectly. Let's go. I mean, that's one of the reasons to keep this hand, is because if I draw a forest, it becomes a great hand. And, like, obviously I'm hoping to. I have roughly 1 in 4 odds of drawing a forest. Okay. Bingo, bango, bongo. Play this. I'll trade it off with the Newt. Just figured I'd gain the extra life first. I could have also Witherbloom Charmed the Newt, but I didn't really want to. Their ramp is pretty important to them, apparently. Okay, that's pretty scary, though, as a card. I'm going to ditch that one because I can't cast it this turn and I want to draw a land. That's a good draw, though. Take action, go get Swamp. Play Swamp. Attack. I mean, I'm the aggressor in this matchup. I have to kill them. Target opponent. Buff up the unblocked one. Shrink down their Death Toucher. And, I mean, does the Newt have reach? No. But the Topiary Lecture is pretty scary. Now, I mean, now that I have the mana to cast this, this card would be pretty good here. But I'm hoping to eventually get Grave Researcher to work. I'm going to stop on my upkeep, because maybe I'll sacrifice Bogwater Lumerate if I surveil a... no, that wouldn't work. That does not work. Draw Forest. Is drawing Forest good for me here? Not particularly. That's a good draw, though. They have 2 green up. Green could be a punch spell. I think this is the best bet here. If they do trade off with the Lumarat, then I have another creature for my Researcher in the graveyard. And Cost of Brilliance targeting them is no joke. We've already seen that before. Like, if they don't get a reach creature into play, I can target them to draw 2, lose 2, and then put a counter onto my flyer and finish them off. Okay, the Virtuoso. Like, if they tap out here, which they might, because Topiary Lecturer is a lot of mana. Oh, so they are tapped out. Perfect. So we got the win. Same way we wanted to last time. Just how we drew this thing up. One heals, but it never does. That's because you're in war with love. You're at war with love. These battle scars don't look like they're fading. Don't look like they're ever gonna change. Bang! Let's go! This is Witherbloom! Nicely done. That was fun. Sweet deck we've got here. I mean, we're really getting to show off the strategy, I think. I mean, we also have very clearly suffered as a result of splashing blue. Like, our mana has been clunky. We haven't been able to cast our spells, even when we have the mana to get, like, the number of lands to cast them. We did win that one game partially because we were able to animate our Biblioplex, though. Like, that turned into a substantial attacker for us in our quest to get them down to, like, 2 life or whatever the low life total was. So that was pretty good. And now we're hopefully going to just have smooth draws from here on out. It's important to recognize we have gotten there in the borderline scenarios. Like, we drew a forest that game to win. My gosh. I think I mulligan this one. We actually can't cast any of our spells. This is Biblioplex. Could also have just been a forest or whatever, but yeah, I mean, this is a much better hand. We have this guy into this guy into this guy. We're going to get rid of the poet. Sadly. I would love the poet. But on the play, we have a pretty devastating curve out situation here. Menace guys, giant creatures. Turtles and skeletons and goblins, oh my. Yep, I was debating whether to put down a swamp, because casting the Ulna Alley isn't like the critical thing. I just really wanted to make this guy a 3/3 on turn 3, because if they don't kill it this turn, they are toasted. Oh, okay. Yep. If that's their turn 2, we are probably in good shape if we draw one more spell. Oh, that's a good one too. That is a good spell to draw as well. As far as spells go, we are single-handedly making Ulna Alley Shopkeep look like a real Magic card. So they're playing red-white splashing blue, presumably, or blue-red splashing white. Okay. Okay. So they're going to deal 2 to something. They're going to deal 2 to this. We're going to go get our island here. And, like, we're hitting them for 5. They're going to Tome Blast our guy. We'll get a 1/1 out of the deal. Like, we're okay here. Bummer. This is why you put creatures in your deck, so you can rip them off the top. Okay. We are very close to being able to kill them here. Though the life gained from Pursue the Past is kind of annoying. Because we're not actually hitting them for that much damage. Okay, they get to take 2 out of 3. It's getting a little dicey. Okay. They have to have something here or they're just dead. So now they're at 1. Do they have Brush Off? So what could they have here? Okay, they could have Brush Off. Sure, they could have Spell Pierce. They have Brush Off. There's no instant speed way to gain life, I don't think. Other than like Witherbloom Charm. Perfect. Okay, now we get them. Boom. Those extra points of burn, they add up. They add up. My gosh. Getting the job done with Olna Alley Shopkeep. This ragtag motley band of bad cards, 5-0. I mean, you can get lucky in the draft portion, you can get lucky in the gameplay portion, and I think we've kind of built our deck to get lucky in a way where, like, our deck can get them low and then top deck, like, one of, like, 5 different cards to finish the job. Also, our opening hands have been garbage the entire time. We'll keep this. We'll ditch the Poet, I guess. This is just pathetic, honestly. We have not had like a single hand that has both forests and swamps. Though I'm by no means complaining. Let's make that clear. I have been drawing plenty well. But our luck might come to an end at some point here. Okay, yep. They probably don't want to make this trade in a vacuum, but they might want to make this trade realizing that my deck is garbage, but they don't know my deck is garbage, and my deck isn't really garbage. It's 5-0 for goodness sake. Okay. We will go get a swamp. We already have our blue source. Sure. There's the swamp we needed a while ago. Let's see. Play the Eternal Student. That plus Lumerite will gain us back a lot of life and really help us in this racing situation, especially because this will be a 3-2 to help us in the race. Like, even if they Tome Blast this, which I'm hoping they don't, like, if they use 3 mana to kill this, then hit us for 5, we go to 13, 12. We play Lumerite, play this thing, get 2 more 1/1s, we go back up to 14. This thing hits them for 3, they go to 13, we beat at 14. That's a great block for us. Oh my gosh. That is such a good block. Okay, sure. Exile this guy. He's pretty scary. Attack. I don't know. Not the greatest use of my mana, honestly. I have plenty of cheap plays, so I could go this, combat trick or something. Ouch! Oh my gosh. This card's not even good. It's just really good here. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're not even killing my Mage Tower referee. That's crazy. The level of disrespect to not even kill the Mage Tower referee is wild. Sure. I also feel like I would have saved this to deal 1 to both of these 1/1s as a clean like answer. But Oh, that's why we're gonna lose. That is bad. Oh, we got trouble. Right here in River City. Double block there. This is where we're in one of those very interesting spots where, like, if they have nothing, we can actually be okay. Ooh, that's a draw. Okay. Like, let's just assume they have all lands in hand. Okay, that's not a land. So they didn't play the land drop. Unfortunately, 2 lands is not exactly what we needed there. Also, not sure how I over-tapped for this. I guess I tapped this thing and the forest. Yeah. Yeah, this is a classic. If we had drawn something other than 9 spells, we maybe would have been able to get this one done. Like, they drew 5 lands, we drew 9. 4 spells is a pretty big difference. Also, their artistic process got a nice little 2-for-1 on me. Yeah, I'm not gonna overthink that one. I mean, I think we also mulliganed that game too or something. Like, we'll be fine. Okay, this is a good hand. We're keeping. At a certain point, 1 drop into 2 drop into combat trick is kind of like just good enough, you know? It's not like a... Okay, sure. Like, even though we need to draw like another couple spells. Like, we're still just doing our best here. And I wish I had a different 2 drop than this one. This is like my worst one, but 1 drop into 2 drop when your 1 drop is this guy is pretty good still. Yup. Not exactly the best use of my mana, but now I have 2 decent-sized threats. If I draw 1 more spell for next turn, I can cast a spell into the Concoctor, which I would love. They're just playing straight black-green. I do have diversified threats at the very least. Feed the Swarm, they take some damage. And I get a 2/2. Biomancer, sure. Big draw. That is a big draw. That is a substantially better draw than a land. Okay, they lose 1. Buff up this guy. Shrink their guy. I just want to keep my creatures around. Sure. We'll send in for 2. Play our top end guy. If we draw 1 more multicolored card, this doesn't have to trade with the Essence Knit Scholar, which we're pretty happy about. Although I guess trading it for Essence Knit Scholar could have been decent. Jeez Louise. That's a bummer. We're still 1 top deck away from getting the job done here. Okay. That's actually a pretty huge draw. Takes our guy out of range. If I attack with all 3, they go eat here, chump block here, take 4. This way they have to put their Essence Knit Scholar at risk, and I have an extra block attacker to come through. Okay, so they're at 3. Threatening at least 1 menace guy next turn. I'd known they had this card, I could have made an attack differently the previous turn. Okay. The Tenured Concoctor is going to be fine here. It can trade with their pest. Seems like a decent block to me. If they have a combat trick, it's terrible, obviously. Awful. Just terrible. The fact that this gives vigilance is real bad for me. Yeah, I mean, I guess they would have used their Barrage to get me anyway. Oh. I guess I should have just held back my guy so I could chump block with him. That was not my smartest play, because I could have done the same thing but gained a bunch of life. And they top decked a spell. I mean, this card's basically unbeatable. Like, yeah, we can scoop this up. Losing games like this is not the end of the world. I mean, we were in a spot where if they didn't have that, I think we would have won pretty easily. Like, despite the fact that we played, like, Mage Tower Captain and Efflorescence in the same couple of sequences. So, I think we could have... We did that pretty decently. I don't think there was anything we could have really changed. We could have tried to, like, trade off our guy one turn before, but didn't seem worthwhile. Still. Oh my gosh. We just can't catch a break on this. I think we're going to keep this, though. We have Leech Collector into Dissection Practice. If we draw a couple lands, we can get the Student down. If we do draw a Forest, we have this little combo set up. It's just a shame that we have drawn this island, like, every single game. But we drew out of it because we are the greatest players in history. Let's go Leech Collector first, maybe. No, we are short on green mana. We're short on all the colors, kind of, but yeah, Leech Collector hits harder, so I want to play that first. Sure. If I gained life this turn, it also gains trample and all that stuff, all that jazz. Let's get this guy down. I'd probably be fine trading Leech Collector for this guy, honestly. Like, I don't have a ton of mana, and Noxious Newt is pretty annoying in the early turns. Every point of damage matters here. Like, Leech Collector was going to probably deal them a decent amount of damage if I had, like, a bunch of mana to use it, but I don't have a bunch of mana to use it. Oh, and they're, like, stuck on land, so that trade actually impacts their ability to cast spells to a pretty significant amount. I'm actually surprised they blocked there, to be honest. Just throw out my big creatures every turn. We've gotten there on the forest draws a couple of times with these sketchy hands, honestly. This island. If I could have taken a dual land over that island, I feel like my hands would have felt so much better. But I've been winning a lot of games, so it's like, okay. Okay, Berta, sure. I'm just gonna... Are they dead? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No reason to risk anything. Yeah, got him. They conceded partway through their mana untapping, so it only untapped one of their lands. That's kind of funny. We're battling for the trophy with this deck, which I did not expect. But, I mean, I kind of expect to win whenever I do a draft. So, I kind of, like, if you'd asked me before I drafted if I expected to be in this position, I'd probably be like, yeah. But if you ask me after looking at the deck and looking at some of the opening hands we've had, then maybe not. But I think we've played this pretty well. We lost to, like, Germination Practicum, and we lost to, like, flooding out a bit. We also could have lost some games to mana issues because we really have a lot of multicolored cards, and then drawing this island and the Biblioplex has been a little rough sometimes. But yeah, this is a good hand. On the draw. So if we draw a swamp, we get a great hand. If we draw that, it's an okay hand. Yeah, okay. We're not going to get too greedy here. Bum. We'll get this guy down. If they kill it, we'll reevaluate our plans. Definitely not blocking there. Holy heck. We do have the Wombo combo assembled. Like, this is the combo you're hoping for. And we're just going to do it. Like, I don't think there's any reason to wait on these things. We could have attacked and then tried to use our dissection practice to kill this guy, but I think this is just so much better than the next best thing, and then other alternative plays, and that we'd rather just do it like this. And then we have this, which is kind of a combo. Like, we can synergize these to give something indestructible. Now they have to choose which one to kill. They probably want to kill the pest mascot. Okay, sure. That's actually okay for us for sure. So we're definitely not blocking. We're definitely just playing pest mascot here. Missing on a land is awful, of course. But they missed a land too. And the fact that they only had a temporary answer is a pretty good sign for us. Please miss a land again. Don't get this camel into play. Please don't do it with on land. This is for the trophy, so I'm fully willing to just hope they get very unlucky. If we go Augmenter, Mage Tower Referee next turn as well. Oh, baby, Augmenter starts rolling. We gain 2 life. This thing becomes an absolute problem. Even if they play a land, like, playing the camel's not the end of the world for me. I mean, they have all spells in hand, so they probably have answers to my pest mascot. The life gain from the Lumerette. It's already gained me 3 life. That's pretty significant. If I draw a swamp next turn and I go Augmenter, oh, Strife Knight, sure. Yep. Okay, they discard kind of clunky card. Oh gosh. Are they thinking of double blocking my pest mascot if I attack with it? Oh my goodness, that would be glorious for me. Yeah, they have to attack here. There's no way this is a defense angle. Okay, once again, Nicolai draws like a legend here. I think we're just gonna go for our play though. They clearly don't have an answer to the pest mascot. I kind of don't want to even attack with it, but if they attack me back, I'm winning the race because of all the life gain I'm getting. Okay, nice. An Ambitious Augmenter can trade with their 2/2. I'll get a 1/1 to come into play. It'll gain me another life, make the pest mascot even bigger. They're also still stuck on 3 lands, so they could have a Johnny's Response or pest mascot, that's for sure. Molten Note, sure. Okay, I'm shocked they didn't attack with the Augmenter as well. Give me a land. No land. Of course not. Sure. Let's just... If I play this... They can't double block this thing effectively. I think we just attack with everything. My combat tricks make this a pretty awkward block for them no matter what they have. Target opponent. We don't need to buff this guy. So we'll just buff... I guess we could buff this guy. We could have also just cast Efflorescence on our Augmenter, put 2 counters on him. Actually, 3 counters. They can't cast anything for a single red mana. There's no red instance for just 1 mana in this set. Yeah, I should have just cast Efflorescence on the Augmenter, probably. I guess I got scared by Monstrous Rage on the bonus sheet. I have my 6/7. Oh no. I've said, oh no. Oh no, why would I say that? Why would you give it asymmetrical stats, Wizards? You know what world we live in today. Oh, the pain. Oh, gosh. Anyway. This could go very well for me. They have Dismember in the graveyard, geez. So they can cast Dismember, losing 4 life, but it can't even kill my Pest Mascot. That sounds pretty good for me. And if they do cast it losing 4 life, then they just die to pretty much everything. Okay. So they'll block here, they'll block here. I don't think they can survive this. Because this guy has trample. I mean... I will just let damage happen. Monstrous Rage. They do have Monstrous Rage. Okay. Resolve. So I'll still kill both their guys, and I'll just do this and win the game with my Augmenter by hitting them for 5 from that. Trophy! Let's go! Oh my gosh, we did it! Our mana draws were horrific, but our deck was sick, and we played well, and we got the max wins. Let's go. Starting off 5-0 was definitely the dream. That second game we won where we were top decking and drew into making them lose 2 life, that was sick. Drawing towards our 3 outs, which I only thought were 2, but still was pretty sick. And then just all of the stuff, the shenanigans, the value. We played some truly cards that I hope not to put in my deck usually, like the Ulna Alley Shopkeep, the Efflorescence. I mean, the deck just kind of came together. I mean, these are cards that I hope to not play usually, but they all kind of, I mean, we did some stuff. We copied this with Applied Geometry. That's maybe the first time that's ever happened in the history of Magic. So we're doing some cool stuff. We got the Augmenter like pick 5 or 6 or something like that. I mean, our deck was sweet. We barely got there on playables. We got kind of all the pieces we needed. The splashed Applied Geometry probably made our deck worse because of all those mana issues, but I think it was the best option we had versus playing like second Efflorescence in those cases. But really sweet deck, really cool wins, and hopefully you got to see how Witherbloom is kind of built to function as this aggressive deck in the format. If you did make it to the end of the video, in the comment section down below. Leave hashtag gem victory, because we found some hidden gems in this one and used them to get those wins. So hashtag gem victory to let me know you made it to the end. This one was super sweet. I had a blast playing it. I hope you enjoyed it as well, and I will talk to you next time.